the soundtrack to the amazing film Spirited Away. This is a 2020 pressing. It was like a reissue of the album. The film itself is from 2001 and was originally released as, we originally had a soundtrack released in 2001 as well. But yeah, this is a 2020 vinyl pressing, and it's a really nice sort of package, if you will. Obviously a lovely, lovely cover, and different to what you may be familiar with on the CD version, or if you've seen it on streaming site. You can, just at the top there, actually see the sort of original image that's used on the CD and all the other formats as well. But I really like the choice to have this. It kind of, as I say, a little bit more mystical, a little bit more toned down and less heavy. As with most, if not all, of the Studio Ghibli films, this was composed by Joe Hisaishi. Not only is it incredibly well performed, but it is a masterfully written soundtrack. It's such a well put together and nostalgic sounding soundtrack. And I think that's something that Hisaishi really does, like, hit the nail on the head, like time and time and time again. He has this uncanny sort of nostalgic feel. One of my favourite tracks on here is Day of the River. So this is where he does that kind of chucking the melody, the motif from another track on. So he brings One Summer's Day and he puts that as kind of it's almost like a supporting part in Day of the River. And there's this really nice, I think it must be a synthesized part that's just a constant ostinato throughout the entire track. It's a really remarkable look into how music theory works, the way that two chord voicings that have particular feelings in their own right can come together and form an entirely new feeling. Now you may want to pick up a copy for yourself, and the good news is it's actually not that bad price-wise. Places like Discogs and stuff like that, it's still basically going for the standard price. A double LP with, you know, the nice sort of artwork and the etched D side and stuff like that, just like nice little extras, and the fact that it is such a fantastic soundtrack. You know, for like 35, 40 quid, like it's not that bad. I say go for it. If you've got any sort of interest in soundtracks, or especially anime film soundtracks, I mean, this is a no-brainer.